This is M10 eastbound at 11 Mile Road, and something happened. We've been in this jam for the past, I don't know, half an hour, and guys on the radio were saying that there's a fatality, like 2 cars, and one is like a rollover, and the traffic stopped so suddenly. I was just driving. I'm bobtailing back to Canada after I dropped that vending machine in Michigan, and I don't know if you can see, right, 4 cars ahead of me there's a dump truck, a red dump truck with a small trailer, and that guy passed me. I was driving like 57, 58 miles an hour, just enjoying a drive back home with no trailer. And this is just a few miles, I don't know, maybe 5-6 miles west of I-75, where actually it's not M10, it's US-10. Yeah, US-10 goes east towards Bay City, and then that's where I'm jumping on I-75 south towards Saginaw and towards I-69. And I know there's a construction here at the junction, and I'm driving, and this guy in the dump truck, he's right under the bridge now. He's passing me, and on the left I see a sign that says I-75 10 miles, driving time 22 minutes. And the traffic was like flowing smoothly, and I'm driving, and I'm thinking about this. Wait a second, 10 miles 22 minutes, something is wrong here. Like, how can it be 22 minutes? That means it's like 30 miles an hour. And I hit my brakes basically to disconnect my cruise control, because I saw, maybe after this guy passed me and he was in this lane, that dump truck, I saw ahead of him a red light, and this guy was doing probably, I don't know, 65. I only see a police car is coming on westbound. It's like a real major accident. Like I said, it's been probably more than half an hour. We've been going like this, like 1 mile per hour. But anyway, so that dump truck, I'm behind him, and I see that there's stopped traffic ahead of him, right? So I hit my brakes, I put on my 4-way flashers. That guy was flying, and he saw at the last moment that the car in front of him was stopped, and so he goes on the shoulder. There's like smoke, he emergency braking. He goes on the shoulder, because otherwise he would have hit that car, and that guy would be dead instantly, I guarantee. It was some kind of an old green car ahead of him, and that dump truck went on the shoulder, and he's that little utility trailer he has was swinging left and right. I was pretty sure he would hit one of the cars, and everybody's sitting like nothing is happening. What, they don't see a dump truck coming in from the rear view mirror? I don't know. I bet that guy got real scared. But that's what happens, like when you don't read the signs and you're in a rush. It's Friday afternoon, so he's probably was trying to get back home, and he's empty, like there's nothing in his trailer. But that's how you can get into an accident. Yeah, this is exit 132, and guys on the radio were saying that everybody is directed to exit the highway here, because actually it doesn't show on my GPS. I did not even know that there was an exit here. It's probably just a small exit, but that's where the accident is at. And surprise, surprise, I sent them a message after I delivered that vending machine. I sent a message to my dispatcher that said, "Hello, delivered. Here's your signed bill of lading is attached. Have a good weekend." And all of a sudden I thought they would reply by, same to you, but they sent me a message saying that Monday you're loading the same thing at the same place going back to Michigan. And I wanted to say I take back what I said about having a good weekend, because this is like third time in a row. I gotta be careful here because people are passing on the right, on the shoulder, and it's gonna be a real mess here because both lanes exit unless they move those cars. And I felt tempted to go into the left lane because it was moving much faster, but I know that that lane is closed at I-75 because of construction, so I stayed here like a good boy while everybody was driving on the left. Like, look at this, even the tractor trailer is going on the left. Well, you're not going in front of me, that's for sure. I can guarantee you that. Mr. What is this? Some kind of carriers. R&L carriers. And there's a white Ford F-150 behind me. And he's on the shoulder too, but he's not driving. He's basically blocking because people were trying to go on the shoulder. So he's just driving behind me, but on the shoulder. Okay, so now my lane should move quicker because, yeah, I can already see the lights of a police cruiser who's blocking the left lane. And I was just talking to a guy on the radio. I said, well, it's a good thing it's still summer, because you know that's how people sometimes get stuck on a freeway without food or water. Like it happened in Ontario once on that highway 402, freeway 402 that goes from London to Sarnia, and it goes among the fields. Like there's no trees, hardly any trees on the sides, and because it's between the lakes, there's a lot of wind and moisture, and so in winter it often snows there, and it's like a blowing snow. And I remember it was 2 or 3 winters ago, there was so much snow, so it just basically covered the entire road, and cops closed the freeway, and there's traffic, and they were stuck. You know, they cannot go back, they cannot go forward. Yeah, it was so many accidents. I think it was like slippery also, and covered in snow, and there was trucks and cars, and truckers were sharing water. Like, you know, sometimes like we carry lots of water, right? Like I usually buy big jugs or like a case of bottles. So where do I go from here? We're heading east, and I have to get south because I was just trying to get to the TA in Bridgeport, which is Saginaw South. That Mac is behind me, moving over. Yeah, this is a major accident. Now I see at least 3 police cruisers. guy is blocking the lane. He's driving like 10 centimeters behind my bumper. And there's a pickup truck. Wow. So there's a pickup truck on my right and there's a Mack truck on my left. I feel like we're three airplanes, you know, like they fly like in a triangle. Yeah, the highway is closed, so we're all taking this exit 132, unmarked on my GPS. I tried to magnify the display, it still showed no exit, like no ramp. And the funniest thing you can see in Michigan is this light on top of police cars. It's so old-fashioned, you know. It's like we are back in 50s, you know. But they all drive like they all have these. They all have these single light on top of the roof, not like a light bar, you know, like modern cars, modern police cars, but and these are all Dodge. Like in Michigan, most of the police cruisers are Dodge Chargers. I guess they're 5.7 Hemis, just the same as the engine in my Ram truck. So if Michigan police are using Dodge, and I'm pretty sure they have a Hemi in them, to me that means that it's a good engine. State Police, Michigan State Police. Dual exhaust, but black steel rims. I once asked a guy, I said, why you guys always have steel rims? And he was in a good mood, so he didn't put me in prison. He said, well, that's all we got. He says, that's how we get the cars. When we get them, they have steel rims. That's all he said. Okay. Yeah, so the accident is somewhere after that bridge up ahead. I think I see something in the ditch between the lanes. So you gotta have lots of patience in a situation like this. But I bet that dump truck driver will have an extra beer today, because that was a really close call he had. Imagine driving at 65 and coming to a complete stop with smoke blowing everywhere and his trailer going left and right. I was behind him and I got scared. Anyway, so this is something that can happen when you're trucking for a living. Oh, I see fire truck up ahead as well, or a tow truck. I think they're about to open the freeway. I see a tow truck moving. Now what do you gotta do? Cop is blocking all the lanes, so you gotta go, right? Which way do I go from here? Okay, the dump truck, the suicide driver, is turning right. And I was supposed to go south on I-75, so I guess I'll go right or south as well. Because it just makes sense. If people wanted to go north on I-75, they would go left, but if we're going... If we were going south on I-75, we should go right. And there's a cop over there directing traffic, so... And just after I shut down the camera, the cop talked to somebody on the radio. And he moved the car.
Keep left.
And so we're coming right through the place of the accident. So there's one car in the left ditch. There's another pickup truck. Jeez. Oh, there's one on the right. My God.
US-10 eastbound towards Saginaw for 10 kilometers.
So basically I got lucky. All the people that went on detour, there's a whole bunch of cars in there and a whole bunch of traffic, right? So I gotta now from here is just, I don't know, 5 miles to I-75, and then it's 20 miles to Bridgeport, South Saginaw, where TA is located. My cruise is set at 59 miles per hour. See, RPM is 50 basically. That's my top of my fuel efficient RPM. But it's very windy today. So what's my instant fuel mileage? Less than 10. That's not good. In a bobtail truck, I was getting 10 with the empty lowboy the other day when I was coming back. But hopefully when I turn south on I-75, I think the wind is coming from my left side, so it's coming from the north. Yeah, what a scary day for many people. Somebody died, somebody will end up in a hospital. And you saw that all this happened on a clear day, no snow, still summer, but there was the ramp. Right, the accident happened right at the ramp. So somebody was trying to merge, that's what I'm thinking. Somebody was trying to merge with the traffic on M10 and somebody on US-10. On US-10 was driving too fast. But that car in the ditch on my left, like the rear part of the car was gone. It was like an accordion. Okay, and I'm just gonna show you guys the entrance to I-75, and then we're gonna shut up. Now here's a dangerous spot. Right before the junction with I-75, the left lane here on US-10 is closed. Look to my left. Look at this idiot.
After 800 meters, take the exit right, 148, Interstate 75, southbound, US 23, southbound, towards Saginaw, then take the freeway. Take the exit right, 148, then take the freeway.
There's a construction on the bridge here. Don't lose your wheels, buddy. And finally I'm on I-75. This took a while.